Great seeing you here again. My name is Luc de Kuster, founder of the Kuster Academy, and in this video we talk about the standard for project management principles, and we will in fact discover the fifth principle: recognize, evaluate, and respond to system interactions. But before we continue, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, click on the bell button, and every time we have a new video, YouTube will inform you about it. So let's have a look at it. And we refer to this as system thinking. System thinking, what is it about? Well, we have to recognize, evaluate, and respond to the dynamic circumstances within and surrounding the project with a holistic way to positively affect project performance. A project is a typical example of a system of interdependent and interacting domains of activity. System thinking is a holistic approach where the team understands how the different parts interact with the internal and external systems. Systems are not stable and will undergo changes which require constant attention to their internal and external conditions. Teams will leverage positive outcomes by being responsive to system interactions and changing. The first thing I want to do is to define a system. What is a system? And there are different ways to define a system, and related to it, system thinking. A system is in general considered to be a set of interacting and interdependent elements that function as a unified whole. An airplane is a system. When we look at all the systems that are interfering with each other or interacting with each other, interfering is not the real word, but it may happen that some elements of a system are interfering with others, and we have to take that into consideration. Now, the airplane as itself is functioning as a unified whole. All these elements are a system. Projects work within other larger systems like programs and portfolios. When we look at the system's point of view, we want to optimize the system, not its components. The output is the system. The goal is the system. It's not about optimizing the different components. It's like thinking about optimizing everything together. That's why we have a program. The program, we want to optimize the program. So all the projects that are part of the program are in fact ways to get the program optimized. The same with the portfolio. When we look at system thinking, we have to consider some principles. Now, when we look at the project manager must consider timing effects, or what the project delivers over time and how changes affect it. What are the elements that we have to deliver and how are they having an effect on the project deliveries, and what is the effect of changes? When we look at internal and external conditions, they evolve constantly, and a single change of one of those parameters can create several impacts on the project. When we consider system thinking, it enables the team to evaluate those internal and external changes so that they can ensure project success. We evaluate the changes and we adjust the elements of the project that are influenced by them. Do you see that the project team, and when we look at the project team, we have to see how it sees itself is influenced by system thinking. The project team is also influenced by system thinking, and it is a very important element that the project team understands all the consequences. What skills do we need to support system thinking? First of all, we look at a different view. We look at a systems view, and there are specific skills that the team members need. We have to have empathy with the business areas. The business is driving the project. Understanding what the business is about or having empathy with the business is a very important skill for the team. Critical thinking not focusing on the details, but focusing on the big picture. How do these parameters influence the big picture? When we look at assumptions and mental models, we have to challenge them. We have to challenge the assumptions and the mental models to ensure that they are in fact supporting the system, that they are not acting against the system. External advice and reviews have to be welcomed. We have to be open to them because those aspects will help us to understand how the project is going, how is our system going. We look at integrated methods, artifacts, and practices that help to realize a common understanding of project work, deliverables, and outcomes. We can have modeling and scenarios envision the system dynamics. These elements will show how the system is working, what is happening with the system, what are the dynamics of the system. And we have to have integration. We must have integration and proactive management to achieve the business outcomes. When we look at system thinking and we do it properly, there are many positive outcomes of system thinking. First of all, we have an early understanding of uncertainty and risk within the project. The assumptions can be easily adjusted during the project life cycle. Planning and delivery can be updated with the available information. Project goals and objectives will be aligned with expectations. Adjust changing needs of the user, sponsor, or customer. Identify synergies and savings. Identify additional opportunities. Make decisions that benefit the organization as a whole. And finally, better and more comprehensive identification of risks. So that was it for this video. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button, click on the bell button, and every time we have a new video, YouTube will inform you about it. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next videos. Bye bye.